One shot. 30 minutes on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Talkin Top Tier. I'm your host, always doing the most, that guy, Tone the Boast. I got a very, very, very special guest today. When I say day one, this man damn near my day zero. My twinning from the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where the clap is, but we're going to press a bunch of buttons and say, welcome to Ike Midas.
Yeah. What's up, bro? What's up? What up, people?
You hear him cheer. So check it out. Like I said, we ain't got a lot of time because both of us busy as hell.
All right.
But, you know, it feels like we done spent an eternity together working on this music thing and accomplishing quite a few things, right?
That's true.
I kind of want to bring the people back to the beginning, and this will just be part one of what we going to really, tap into, because we got Touch album.
Mm-hmm.
We got All Stars.
Mm-hmm.
We got the mixtape Brainstorm just dropped. We got Champions on the way.
On the way.
We got a lot to talk about. And I mean, I feel like our story has to be told from the beginning. So, I mean, today,
a while ago, dog.
Man.
Big Bang.
Man. I just dropped the bar today. It's crazy. I went live on TikTok while I was re-recording that verse of Champions. And I sometimes I write shit, I don't remember shit. He be on my ass about that, by the way.
I've been on his heels about that. Most certainly
but
not.
I don't be remembering why I wrote something. And somewhere in there, it's like, Big Bang is the start of the universe. And I was like, what the fuck the universe got to do with this verse? But it was talking about Big Bang is where, we began and where it started.
Exactly.
And it's like, look at where we at now. Exactly. It really was the start of
something great.
Man, something big. So talk to us, man. Like, let's go back. Rap started for me with that song we did, Dreams. Very first song.
I think that was my first recorded song as well. My boy Chuck, what's up, bro? You feel me? He's an OG. You feel me, with the music game. He's been with us from the start too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out Chuck.
So we started about age 14. Yep. You originally from Peoria. When did y'all move from Peoria? I guess I never even knew this. When did y'all move from
2001,
Peoria?
bro. We got here in Cedar Rapids in 2001.
Okay.
So, I started my middle school career here, basically. Okay. And from there,
right to McKinley.
Yeah.
Another full circle moment next door.
Yeah, McKinley, Wash.
And you lived a couple blocks away. What was it, 15th and Washington?
So, man, I had a couple spots over there. But at that time, when you stayed over there on 15th, right on 15th, I was on 15th too, on 15th and 3rd, though, right on the corner. You feel me? The alley?
Yeah,
by the
that's
alley,
what I was
dog.
thinking of.
On me.
So we always been like 2 blocks away.
Exactly.
Because that's crazy. I think I came to Cedar Rapids in 2000. So yeah, that's insane. From Illinois, this shit. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So rap just always been a part of your life, a big influence, or like what actually got you in the booth?
So that's kind of tough to say, dog. For real, bro.
You ain't even thought about it.
For real,
it's just been a part. It's like air to us.
Kind of is, though. Like you said, though. You was 14, I was 13. When we started doing music, so we was kids for real, bro. So I mean, it was just really a way to express. You feel me, like us, bro, and it was fun. We seen other guys being successful with it, and it was like it was a shot in the dark for sure. You feel me, to like be this type of person, but it's like shit. Fuck it, dog. We dope.
you had a family full of spitters too. I remember.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I got a couple cousins. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So fast forward. We start as the group Big Bang. Eventually, we get older. We start forming our own things. Talk to us about Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. Okay, so that's really just like Squiddy the Squad. When you hear guys saying Squiddy, that's us. So Bomb Squad really just me and some of my homies that I handpicked them almost because, I came up here in 2001, and I didn't know anybody, of course. You feel me? I had a couple cousins here, but that was it. So it's like I really got to choose my friends and shit,
Yeah.
So I'm growing and I'm seeing people that's cool and stuff, and I'm building relationships with them. And, after a while, we became a clique. And, we hanging out every day. It's always the same group of us. We all having fun. We ain't worried about the rest of the world type shit. So, we came up with a name, you feel me? And that's how we ended up with Squiddy.
Yeah, Squiddy.
Yeah, Squiddy.
Y'all hear that on almost every record. If Ike Midas on the track, you also hearing that Squiddy ad lib somewhere. All right.
Shout out my guys. You feel me?
Yeah. Can you put a timeline on that? I feel like
on the
Bomb Squad
group?
was
Okay. I said about 2005.
2005.
Yeah, 2005, 2004.
Okay, and then eventually it evolved to Squid. So it started Bomb Squad.
Mhm.
It evolved to Squiddy.
Yeah.
And then
So honestly, to be honest, we started off calling ourselves fuck boys for real. Cause we was on all the females growing up. We say, we fuck boys. We just out here having fun. You feel me? So we like, nah. Then honestly, dog, like, you feel me? We started calling ourselves names, and then we got to noticing like everybody else in the city got to calling themselves these names and stuff. You feel me? So we kind of actually went through a couple different names before we stuck with Squiddy. Because it was like, damn, we Gone Squad. You feel me? Woo, and next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, this people they Gone Squad over here, and and oh shit, well, we
I ain't affiliated with them.
And it was like, and it was nothing wrong. It was just, it's cool that everybody wanted to be affiliated with, what we affiliated ourselves with and shit like that. And it was, but we wanted to separate ourselves. You feel me? Like no, you got to really be like in this shit to be like, hollering you're in this shit type shit. Like one of us. You feel me?
Yep.
Like so. That's how we ended up with, Squiddy.
Okay.
We went through a couple names.
Okay. So, and like I said, I'm just zipping through the years. So, 2001, we record like our first record.
Yep.
2005 starts the form of Bomb Squad to Squiddy.
Mm-hmm.
We lost some time in between there. I think at one point I put down the pen. Yep. And you might have been in the pen.
Yeah. I went off to school. I kind of put music behind me. Kind of like I went off to school.
Yep.
And I ended up coming back here and going to school here in town and stuff. And and I just ended up getting in some trouble around that time, dog. And I went to the joint. You feel me? Did some time. Mm. And that's where we lost some years at. But as soon as I came home, though, 2013, it was like I'm like, because in there is when I really made the decision. Like, I'm gonna do this shit for real, man. Like, it was fun back then and shit. But like, now I'm gonna really like. I got to create a career now because I hadn't fucked off my school and, my football and all that shit that I had, planned to do in my life. You feel me? I fucked off that shit. So it's like, I got to find something else to take serious now, and that was the decision I made to join. Like, you know what, man? This is dope. I'm dope at it. You feel me? The people like what I'm doing. Yep. I can see myself having a good future, some shit I can really enjoy. I'm like, I'm going to take this shit serious, man, and really do it. You feel me? So, I came home. Grabbed 1,200 blank CDs, you feel me? Grabbed my own little CD presses with the stickers and shit, and got the printing off CDs, dog. And
what was the first project drop?
That first project I came home and dropped was what was it, man? It was a Squiddy mixtape. It was not the Bomb Threat. The Bomb Threat was before that. It was goddamn Highway. Was it Highway Music?
You dropped so much music.
That's Highway Music, right? Yeah, on me.
Shout out
Highway
in the
Music.
back.
The Highway Music. And that shit was busting, dog. You feel me? And it was like, wasn't nobody in the city doing music for real. You feel me? Like, and I say nobody, I mean like nobody in the city doing music.
It was dead. It was a big ass dead space, like during them years.
Yeah,
bro,
like, exactly. So it's like when we put our video out, because we shot the video with Josh Booth. You feel me? Mm-hmm. We put the video out. And that bitch do like, 2,000 the first night. That's unheard of for like Cedar Rapids. Because ain't nobody doing music around this bitch. Was like, damn, dog. This bitch did 2,000 last night. You feel me? And like, damn, they really fucking with us type shit. You feel me?
Facts.
So we, we got the pushing, dog. You feel me? We got the going.
Yeah. So, around that time, so I think 2011 is when we kind of stopped doing all our big bang stuff. And we just started having families and getting careers and stuff. 2013, like the beginning of that, I dropped like what I thought was going to be my last album, which is my Boss Life album. And then I was working at GoDaddy, so I was like, I'm just going to focus on my family for about 7 years is how long I took off. And in 2018, we started this thing, T1 Entertainment. So, we just zipping by. Like I said, we need 3-4 interviews, but we just going to zip through the years here. So we get to 2018. And, Silence is my business partner, and we're starting T1 Entertainment. And I'm like, okay, we need artists. I did a presentation saying, like, hey, I'm going to start T1, and in 5 years, I'm going to do the Iowa Music Awards. Alicia Monet was there. She was the first artist to sign. After signing her, Isaac Jordan hit me up like, hey, I see you starting something. I'd like to be a part of it. So then I start working with him. Silence was like, we need some rappers. I gotta holler at Lou, and he got his boy with him that's fired. It's, I don't know if you know him, but I'm gonna bring him to the studio. And motherfucker thought he was introducing me to you. Like, motherfucker, we go back before all this. So eventually the Squiddy T1 partnership begins. Squiddy AT. And it was up.
We had a blast.
It
dog,
was
like,
up.
out the gate too, didn't we, dog? Like out the gate.
Like first thing was like South by Southwest.
Just went down there and did like 4 shows. You feel me?
Oh my
like
God, that shit was insane.
bottle service every night, VIP
videos.
I
like,
shoot the video on me.
Man, it'll never be a time better than that.
Party at the crib. That shit was a blast.
I enjoy going back every year, but it'll never be a time like that.
Yeah.
Just like with the launch party, the very first party.
Launch party was what?
My
That bitch
God.
was packed off. Front to
we
top,
had to,
dog.
we had to
front to back.
open up an upstairs that wasn't even accessible.
And then that bitch got packed out too, dog.
Motherfuckers was paying $100 to get in the upstairs VIP.
Crazy,
boy, that
dog.
shit was. It'll never be another one like that.
That
Year, just all the momentum in the world.
Yeah.
We brought Summer Jam back. So the last one we did as Big Bang was 2011. And then we brought it back that year, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all headline.
Yeah, we brought the bus out on the motherfucking on the stage.
Just think about the on the bus video.
Try that bitch up. Yeah,
Bro, we was traveling all across Iowa on that bus.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Hop off, perform, hop back on the bus. Like, it was ridiculous. That year was amazing. I think shit slowed down again. You got caught up
down to
in
Florida.
Yep. Can't forget about Miami.
Yeah.
He had a video shoot. The video shoot was fire. The video is still unseen. Double bubble trouble. Hey, that's one that was supposed to stay with us anyway. They wasn't ready for all that.
It wasn't.
Motherfuckers was on yachts.
That shit was
models, bottles.
Great time, dog.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be seen by the public eye. That's why our lives would have been different had that one dropped. And the big man had other plans for us because that would have been the one.
Yeah.
We had just dropped your single, so we had the Squiddy project in the works. We had dropped the single Love Song.
No. Oh, I did because I performed it once before I had to go in.
Yep. They snatched you like the day after. It was one of the best reactions I've ever seen to a new song. At that point, I really felt untouchable. Like, it was like we had to be humbled. Something had to, hey, y'all getting too big at y'all about to start being ignorant about it. Because everything was just working the way it was supposed to. You got snatched up like the next day. What'd you do, a year?
No, actually, I went back on a violation after that, which was, it is what it was. I had to go back and do a few months on a violation.
Okay.
And it was only 5 months or whatever, but it was like, kind of, it put a small stop to things. You feel me?
Yeah, it's slow. Like, when I tell you we was just up, unstoppable, and everything was working.
Yeah.
That was the time that's like, oh, man, bro, like, I ain't know what to do then. Like, bro, like, do we drop a solo project? Do we wait? Do we drop it anyway? Like,
no bullshit, right?
It was wild.
And
it was a wild
time. The
album
too. We dropped the album. Was it the night before? Was that the album? No, the album release was at the other party.
We hosted the album release when you got out. We hosted it for the next Summer Jam. Okay. So I think it was supposed to drop within like a week.
Okay.
So then we.
That was a great album, dog.
It was a great album. We did a press tour. We was on radio stations I can't even get into right now.
All the time.
Like I said, we was really unstoppable. So for that, all that to happen, then Lou moved like right when you had got out. So it was like it almost felt like things was not necessarily falling apart, but had to be reevaluated.
Things was just getting rebuilt, dog. Like at the time, bro, I had came home. And, like, it wasn't nothing wrong as far as with the music career. Everything was going, but it was like I had life happening, you feel me? My dad had got cancer, you feel me? My dad ended up dying. Boom. Well, actually, before all that happened, you feel me? Like, I'm in a newish relationship with my woman and shit. Yep. This is our first time moving in together and shit. And, now we real serious. And, I propose and we get married. And this is all happening, like, within, 18 months or a year, whatever, how long it's happening, it's like, it's taken away from, not taken away, but, I'm having to focus on, like, creating this part of my life now. So, like I said, I get married, my wife gets sick, she had to have all these surgeries, not all, but, I had to have some surgeries and stuff. And it's like, then I end up breaking my leg and having to go through some surgeries.
I remember that. Me and
she
Nia made
pregnant,
you a poster after you broke your leg.
My dad dies, my mom dies, you feel me? It was just like, so much shit was just happening in life that was happening.
Yeah.
It was like, dog, the music, although it's being taken serious, it's being put on the back burner because, you know, like, shit, I got to be stable in all these areas of shit that's happening in my life, you feel me?
Yep.
So, you know, now that those things are all, like, taken care of and, I'm doing well, you know, my family's doing well and all that type of shit, you know, we back doing more time music. You know, we in this bitch every week, dog. We don't skip a week in the studio. You know, we either recording, we either doing business plans, we either, you know, doing interviews or, you know, uploading music online or, you feel me, creating videos or, you know, we in this bitch every week, dog.
You know, like, I was building up towards the comeback. You know, we done went through all that. Like I said, 2018, life started life and it started trickling. 2018, I lost my grandma, who was the closest family member I had. And I mean, I still ain't the same since then, but that eventually led to me end up getting a divorce and like going through one of the worst times ever.
Yeah, that's some serious stuff going on too.
Man, life was life in between that 2018 and 2020 years. But what I can say is we still came together.
Without doubt.
And we still, we were still here after all these years. You know, from 2001, the first song, to 2021, the record "Give Me My Ring,"
crazy, right, bro?
Landing on motherfucking the WNBA.
WNBA first, you feel me? Chicago.
Was crazy.
Shout out Chicago.
Was crazy. You know, I shoot you a message, just like, bro, this is crazy. Like, this happening. This is huge. This is insane. And you know, niggas, you know, made smart comment. It wasn't like nothing aggressive, but niggas, but it's the WNBA. It's the women. You know, how many people watching that? Like, you know, look at how many people watching WNBA now. But anyway, you know, we was ahead of our time with that.
You know,
but
part of the rise of some great things.
But a couple months later, I'll never forget that phone call me and you had, man. When we saw it, when we saw Golden State Warriors.
Dog, I couldn't believe that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
Within a day, over like 500,000 views. Within a day.
That shit was almost breathtaking, dog. I was like, oh.
A record that we created, and like the intention was like NBA 2K. Like we was like, it's gonna get on 2K.
Yeah.
And this is we shot for the stars and landed on the moon. We went farther than we even dreamed, imagined. Like that shit. How did that? Like,
shout out Golden State for that.
Exactly. Shout out Kerr. You know, shout out Steph. You know the guys.
I had the song called Stephen Curry. You remember the song Stephen Curry, dog? When I first came home, bro. And the guys.
I will. And again, we got to do many. We got to do a series of these because like manifestation's been a huge thing in my life, and I know you've been on that and in tune with the universe before everybody. So you know the fact that you made a record, Steph Curry, and now Steph Curry's doing a video to your record.
That's crazy,
right? The fact that this happened 2021 and we just literally dated it 2001. I didn't even realize 20 years from our first song. Who, you know, you couldn't have told Lil Tone. What was it? Baby Boy. Remember, it wasn't even Ike Midas yet.
Iowa, bro. I never thought I was going to be no fucking rapper, dog.
Lil Tone and Baby Boy.
Baby Boy. The girls love that name,
bro. Give me my ring.
There's still a girl here in the city who calls me that every time she sees me. I swear to God, bro. Oh, my mama, bro. She's like, Baby Boy, what's up? I'm like, that shit's crazy.
That's insane. Like, some John Legend, look how far we came type shit. Full circle. You know, now we in this studio every week, but we used to be right next door at the school. We both went to McKinley.
Real talk,
like how?
Real talk, bro.
So, man, Give Me My Ring happens.
It did, bro. And it was a great thing, bro. You know,
it was beautiful. It showed me that anything was possible, and it also showed me like a lot of the bullshit I went through. Without that bullshit, I wouldn't have been motivated to do music again. Like I said, my last solo album was 2013. Before that, and that was my all right. I'm good. I'm gonna just live my life, blah blah. So after going through what I went through, music is really what kept me going and saved me through that. And I feel like it's been a magnet. It's something that we always can come back to. Yeah. Like, you know, there's times where we put it on the back burner, but we can always come back to it at any time, and music is there for us and keeps us connected and keeps us going. So now we're in the booth every week. Touch.
Dropping. Touch.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about it?
Man, talk to us about it. I love the rollout, you know, the library listening party.
Dope. Oh, yeah, that was fun.
You know, I still got a few of the cards with the QR code and everything on it. Talk to us about what motivated Touch. Your favorite records?
So Touch was my first solo album. The motivation behind it was really just like actually putting something behind myself, you know, like before I did Touch, I guess I did a mixtape or two, but before I did Touch, you know, it was always mostly like surrounded around like me and all my homies, you feel me? Like the mixtape, like every song we all rapping on every, you feel me, every beat type shit, you know, no competition or nothing like that, but it was just like we was just that close, you feel me, all the time. So it's like Touch was like my chance to kind of like separate myself from the group and like, you feel me, this is me. So like, you know, this is me putting my fingerprint on the world, you feel me? That's why I got the print on there with the gold joint. And of course, you know, I'm Midas, so you know, you know how that goes. But you know, I say my favorite songs, right? My bad to cut you off.
No, you good. Keep going.
My favorite songs, though, I had to say songs because I think I got a couple of them, man. Like, so Goodbye is one of my favorite songs. You know, I enjoyed the process of writing Goodbye. You know, it was one of those nights where I was just kind of like just up thinking and shit, you feel me? Like it was around Christmas time and, you know, I had a lot on my mind and shit, and it was like, man, you know, it made my mom proud, you know. She got
to hear it?
Yeah, my mom heard it.
Yeah. I definitely was gonna ask that. Did she get to hear it before she passed?
Yeah.
So I remember being in the car, me, you, and Adrian. We were coming from Chicago to Peoria, and he got to hear it for the first time. Yeah. He played that mug like 10, 20 times. I fell asleep. He was playing it. Woke up. He was still playing it. But that's how you know that like the music had power in it. So I've been wanting to ask you that forever, but you know it's a tough subject to hop on. So I'm really glad to hear that she got to hear because I knew she'd be proud of it.
She loved it, bro. My sisters love it.
That's beautiful.
Like,
you
know, I've gotten tons of great feedback on it. You feel me? Like, and I love it. You feel me? It was a good song. It kind of was like in a transition area, like, you know, me being a man and shit, you know, and so it was like, you know, I enjoyed making that one.
So it's more than just the lyrics of the song. That was a goodbye to like your old ways.
Kinda, yeah, exactly.
Didn't know
because
that
I was talking, you know, like in the song when I'm speaking, and you know, I'm talking to myself basically. You feel me? And I'm talking to myself as the universe type, you know. So it's like it was deep for me. You feel me? Like ain't nobody hurting me, you know. I'm hurting myself type shit, you know. So it's like for real though, you know.
Mr. Touch is untouchable, so I got to do it myself.
You know, so you know, it's me letting go, you know, certain shit and things like that, you know, expressing.
I respect that. I like that a lot. I know a couple of mine feel so good. Wild West.
Wild West.
The turn up in it is just the energy behind it. And then like something else about you, and it's funny because like, and we'll get more to it on part 2, but like me and you went back and forth over the years where I'm telling you have to be selfish. You
really
always
that shit for 10 years now,
because you are always bringing the guy. You will not leave. There's no nigga left behind. That should be your slogan. Like you make sure the guys is involved, they get they shine, and you make sure it's not about you. So I appreciate the album Touch that much more because it is, although a solo album, you still made sure all the guys was on. Everybody got at least a verse.
I got one song, bro.
You know, I got a verse on Control. I might have 2 on there. I don't remember. But I know I got on there. You know, you got Lou,
Ali.
Yeah.
Motherfucking my boy Flex.
Cam and Twan on Touch.
Cam on there, yup,
Okay.
True Story.
Yep.
Motherfucking, you know, my boy Twan on, goddamn, which one Twan on? Twan's on one of them.
You on one of them. Shout out to Twan.
You feel me? Free my boy.
Man.
We miss you out here, boy.
Yep, man. So, but that album ends up getting Album of the Year.
Album of the Year, dog. You know what? And to be honest with you, bro, like I was proud of that, man, because I was up against a lot of
dude. There was one dude that almost swept. I think that was the only category he did win. Like, he won like best single, best video, and submitted an album.
Yeah.
And the whole Academy just was rocking with Buddy.
Yeah.
And they went with you for Album of the Year.
Man, dog, I was real proud and you feel me and appreciative of that, dog. And it was my first solo album, so it's like, you know, it's dope. You feel me? First solo album, get Album of the Year, dog. I'm up against country albums, rock albums, rap albums, hip. You feel me? Like EDM, like it's like, oh shit, dog.
Yeah.
That was a big move, man. I appreciate that one.
Man, that was huge. That's something that you'll always be able to have. And then, like I said, you know, with T1, part of the goal was to get to the Iowa Music Awards, the first Iowa Music Music Awards. Was it Lyricist of the Year?
Lyricist of the Year.
Lyricist
First
of
one.
the Year.
Yeah, which was dope. That was cool too. Yeah.
So, and it's like we keep elevating. So we got the Touch album, and then we get back on some group shit that did absolutely amazing. D1 All Stars album.
Banger.
That was the last time we caught up. But that album.
And we had fun with that in a short amount of time, bro. We did.
we was banging them out. There's still songs unreleased from that project because we was working so fast, so quick. Engineers couldn't keep up with us. We had deadlines we wanted to hit. And that was crazy, but we hit over 500,000 streams on that collectively, and
which was a big deal for us.
You got a plaque. That was your first plaque, right?
Yeah, it was.
Man, so
so that was a big deal. You feel me? I was like, this is showing like the steps you want to go through as an artist. You want to receive plaques. You want to get recognition. You want to create a platform and a brand, and you want to be recognized for what you're doing. So that was like one of the chances to be like overly recognized for what you're doing, So yeah, that was cool.
Facts. All right, we got like 4 minutes left.
Man, it's ticking.
So we won't go through the mixtape today, and like I said, I decided instead. I don't even want this being a 2-parter, bro. This got to be a series. Like we got to check in at least once a month, and so the next one we'll actually break down the Brainstorm mixtape, and we'll go through each track because there's some bars that are just. I feel like they'll go over some people's head if we don't sit there and break them down. So we're going to go through the mixtape for now. Make sure y'all go through the mixtape as well. Brainstorm. We got it on YouTube right now. We're going to have it on all other platforms by the time this interview drops. So make sure you listen to that whole mixtape, 31 minutes.
It's only 31 minutes.
And it's the way we did it.
You ain't got to press no button. You just put it on.
Yep. It's good for a ride. Your commute to work. Dropping the kids off, picking them up, whatever. Go ahead, play that joint. Find your favorite one. Leave a comment on these videos. Brainstormed is fire. Before I let you get off to do the Midas things that you must do in a day, we going to do a game on this one because each episode we got to keep interesting with something different. So this one, last time we did a game, I think we did top 5.
We did, didn't we?
We did top 5
disses,
records.
bro. Disses.
Hey, what Derek Simon said, number 1 was like Nick Cannon dissing Mariah. Or something. It was Eminem dissing Mariah Carey.
It was.
And like Me, You, and Classic was like Ether, and then he was like, that's not better than Eminem dissing Mariah Carey.
Sounds that's crazy.
Oh, Lord. All right, we're not going to do a top 5 this episode. We're going to wait till next one. But what we didn't get to is this or that. So because we're limited on time, I'm going to need you to stick with, you only get 3 elaborations. Okay. Use them wisely.
Okay.
I'll let you know when we halfway through. Some people burn through them right away. Some people save them to the end. If we get to the end, we can do the last 3. I'm going to try not to use any because we are pressed for time and I don't want to make you late. So it's spitball, quick fire answers. I'm going to give you this or that and you go with it, all right?
This or that. Is that what I say, this or that?
No, you're going to say one of these answers that I give you.
Let's go.
All right. Question 1. Humble or prideful?
Humble.
Streams or followers? You ready to elaborate already? We got like 30 questions. Oh, one-word answer. Okay. Do you want to use elaboration? You had to think about it.
I mean, I can tell you why if you want to know why.
Go ahead.
So I say streams because that would mean the people that are following me are actually listening to me. If I got a ton of followers and ain't none of them listening to me, it's like, why are you following me?
Facts.
Like if you're not like here for what I'm presenting.
Yeah, engage and stay engaged.
Yeah.
Just showing up.
I mean, if you just like me as a person, you like me as a person, that's cool. But, I'm not necessarily looking for you.
And my shit fire, so play it again. All right, would you rather cheat on your girl or get cheated on?
Well, of course, I'd rather be the one doing the fucking.
He said, well, of course. This man is honest. Hey, look, people be on here like, I guess get cheated. No, the fuck you. Get your lying ass. She watching, ain't she? He said, nigga, I'm trying to do the fucking. All right.
Mine gonna see it and be like, nigga.
Gonna be in trouble. He can't go to the studio no more. All right, what's more important, who you know or what you know?
What you know?
In relationships, would you rather be monogamistic or poly?
It depends, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
Okay.
It depends on what type of girl I'm with.
Okay.
Because,
It's this or that. You elaborate. Don't use it.
Well, you know, in either situation, you can create a comfortable life.
Okay.
So, you know, it don't matter. Depends on what.
It sounds like you dodged that one. We're going to keep it moving. We on the time limit.
I got to pick one, huh?
Yeah,
pick one or the other,
monogamy or poly.
This or that, huh? I'm going to say monogamy.
All right. What's more important, honesty or loyalty? Yeah, I'll hit you with this.
I mean, I guess, like, loyalty would, like, fall into honesty, though. Like, I would assume. Like, what do you
I can be loyal and protect your feelings.
What do you mean by loyal?
I got your back no matter what, but I might have to lie here and there.
Oh. Versus like,
I'm always honest. I might be an asshole, but I told you the truth.
I mean, you know, I don't care.
Damn, I needed you here. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't feel like it.
Yeah.
Or I needed you here. I'm here. What took you so long? I had to do A, B, and C. Nah, nigga, you was asleep.
I appreciate honesty.
Okay.
You feel me? Like loyal and disloyal.
Yep.
Yeah.
We gonna do this in each part too. So I'm gonna just stop at 10 today, so I get you on time. All right. Would you rather have more friends or business partners?
I'd probably say business partners because business partners. I mean, you know, you're probably gonna be interested in the shit I'm interested in anyway. So you know, if you're not going to be a friend, you're probably going to become, you know, close to one anyway. And, you know, friends just kind of, like, make themselves. So, like, I don't need a certain number of them. You know, if you rock with me, you rock with me. If I rock with you, I rock with you. You know, if it's one or two of us or if it's 100 of us, it's enough of us. So, it's like, you know, it don't matter.
All right. What's more important to you, street cred or business reputation?
Oh, my business reputation for sure.
I said, without a doubt.
Yeah.
That comes from it's wild because, like, it's coming from somebody with a lot of street cred. So I feel like when people give the answer and they say street cred is more important, it's probably because you ain't got none.
Yeah, well, you know, people who worried about the streets ain't, you know, generally worried about, you know, the bigger picture of things, you know, like, you know.
Being business savvy.
You know, creating a lifestyle for yourself in the future and shit like that.
Facts. Last two. Would you rather have a tough relationship or have it easy being single?
I mean, as a person that's in a relationship, you know, it's like, I got a good relationship. It ain't even tough at all, dog.
It's a hard question because you ain't got to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's like, I guess I'd rather be single than be in a tough relationship because if it ain't working, it ain't working. Like, you in a way now, you feel me?
That man is blessed. That is the answer of a blessed man right there. Shout out to wifey. He said, damn, that's what's up. All right, last question is an easy one. Jordan or LeBron?
Okay, so I say Jordan because I'm a Jordan fan. Like I like LeBron. I think he's super dope and shit. But like I grew up actually watching all of Jordan. Yeah. I watched some of LeBron. You know, I always thought he was a great player. You know, but he just wasn't always my favorite player. Jordan's the first player I ever seen play basketball. So it's like, you know, he's the guy who got me interested. You know, and he's great though. Not just that. You know, he's actually great, and he actually, you know, deserved all the titles he got, and he's the man for real. So, you know, nothing against LeBron, nothing.
Can LeBron get to Jordan status, in your opinion? Like, to you, who Jordan is to you? Do you think there's anything
like the greatest player of his time?
Yeah.
I think he's already that for real, ain't he? Is there
greatest
somebody else better than
time?
him? Yeah, somebody better than him. I mean, if you want to throw Curry in there,
I was gonna say
I think Curry's, you know, worth putting, you know, right there as well. So it's like,
then you got Kobe, his legacy.
Yeah, I know. I feel like Kobe was almost a different time though.
They all get compared to one.
Yeah. We just naming all the greats right now, bro. That's how we doing.
But it all comes back to MJ. All right, y'all. Ike Midas, part one. Yes, sir. That's our time for the day. We're going to do part two. We got more questions, part two. We're going to go through the mixtape. Brainstorm
on
Shout
YouTube.
out Ali.
Go check it out.
What's your socials? How can they find you and follow?
Ike2224 on Instagram. Let's see. Mike Hicks on Facebook. Shit, man. What else I got? I got TikTok. I believe it's Ike2224 as well. And I mean, from there, you should be able to find me on all the other stuff.
Yeah. Google him. Ike Midas, ladies and gentlemen. Touched album out now. T1 All-Stars album out. Brainstorm mixtape on YouTube. Listen to the whole project. It's going to be on multiple platforms by the time this interview drops. So just Google Ike Midas, Brainstorm. You know what it is. Just like that, we go.
It's been one.